Capricorn sun, moon, and rising. Capricorns love so deeply, and they are so thoughtful. And let's not talk about romantic. They're so romantic. Nobody ever mentions that. They're just very sensual, loving, caring people. So let's get the stereotypes out the way, right? They're about their paper, yes, boss energy, 2, 3 jobs if they have to. Because generational wealth, financial stability, and security is the goal. Because their biggest fear is lack of comfort and not being able to take care of themselves and the people they care about. Cold hearted? If they don't love you. Most importantly, if they don't trust you. Boring? If you think a Capricorn is boring, it's because they don't fuck with you. Materialistic? They like things of high, good quality. That's luxurious, yeah. They're not going to waste their money on something cheap. They know the power and value in a good investment. Capricorns are lit. Nobody works harder and nobody plays harder. And they're funny as hell. They're hilarious. And they're very hard to impress, but they love to see people shining in their own lane. They show respect where respect is due, and respect to them is the utmost importance. Capricorn energy is very similar to Scorpio energy, except they got a better handle on their emotions. They don't let their emotions get in the way. Very loving, very caring, but very logical. They don't make excuses for anyone, and they don't like people who are full of excuses. If they love you, they want to see you win, and they will help you along the way as long as you're putting in the effort. Don't take their time and energy and kindness for granted, because they could be doing something else. Them helping you is them loving you. They also remind me a lot of Pisces, except they're more grounded, but they're spiritual as fuck. They're intuitive. They're super highly creative people. They also give me Aries vibes as well, because they're both hustlers, and they got a temper. Except a Capricorn's temper, it builds up over time, but when they're ready to pop, oof, angry Capricorn is a scary Capricorn. They'll knock all this shit over. Often the smartest person in the room, and they don't like it. They have found out that common sense is not that common. And they're big ass babies. They're sensitive as hell, but they just will never let you see it. Well, some people get to see it. They have a lot of anger that's rooted in sadness, but that happens when you grow up in survival mode. It makes it hard to let loose and have fun. Y'all, and they're fun. Like, they're fun people. If you don't think they're fun, then you've never truly got to know a Capricorn. Capricorn suns are great athletes. Capricorn suns usually feel responsible for everyone. You guys are your family's karma, specifically your father's. You are very secure of yourself. You know who you are. If somebody talks about you, it usually doesn't bother you. It's like beneath you to get involved in all that drama. Once you realize the maturity level of someone, that's either how you meet them, because you're not above being petty. You could be petty, or that's where you leave them. You're just very unbothered. You're an old soul. You've been here before. Remember, control doesn't equal power. That's how you push people away. Usually very guarded. Your personal life is private. You may feel this heavy pressure to live up to people's or society's expectations of you. Working out or just being very active is the perfect way to decompress. You go through periods of isolation, but also periods of being very social. You're like an extroverted introvert at times, but you do need your alone time because people, it'd be too much, right? You guys are very sarcastic. You do not like to waste your time. People say you're very prideful, but I see it as you guys have a lot of self-respect and high standards. Why not? You guys are a classic, timeless beauty. To be seen is to be loved. You guys are the most responsible and independent of the bunch. Capricorn moons. You guys are usually really great dancers. Mommy issues. You guys have a very karmic relationship with your mothers. Your moms are usually tough. They teach you valuable lessons through tough love. A lot of times they had no choice but to be your mom and your dad. They had to be the disciplinarian. And your father was either super involved or distant, just not there. You carry your struggles in silence because what is vulnerability? It can be very hard to verbally express your emotions, which is why music is so therapeutic for you. The way you've had to be there for others is overwhelming, and the reason why you fight most of your battles alone. You don't want to put that burden on anyone. You know what it feels like to carry and have to solve everyone's problems. You had to grow up fast. Do you ever remember just being a kid, like having an actual childhood? A lot of y'all don't. You've learned the hard way that the only person you can depend on is you. And sometimes you just wish you could just sit back and let others take care of you and handle business, but that's rarely the case. And that's because it's hard for you to trust anyone to take care of you and handle business the way that they're supposed to. But there are people that want to take care of you and support you if you just let them. Boundaries are your best friend. You guys are the most intuitive of the bunch. Capricorn risings, you guys are all different. You guys are usually great singers. You are your whole family's karma. You're just here to change the trajectory of your lineage. You're leveling shit up. The rest in B face is real. When you feel safe and comfortable, you take off the mask and show your real self. And the mask is for protection, it's not to be fake. You can come off cold and calculated, but defense mechanism. Because the betrayals have been real. And y'all are really just super sensitive. You just want to be loved without having to ask or tell someone how to love you. You want someone to actually check up on you and ask how you doing, if you're okay, like a genuine concern and not just a generic how you doing, you know? Y'all bone structure though? Psst. And you guys age backwards. Did y'all know most models are Cap risings? And you guys are big foodies too. Y'all love to go out to eat. The smell of like home cooked meals. You guys make great gardeners too, like growing your own food. You guys are here to build solid foundations, and that's due to your past life where it was hard to lay down some roots. You were a wanderer, so now you're here to like just take care of business. Like you can be all about work, but you like when things come easy for you too. You do sometimes get the urge to just say the hell with this and just run away. I mean, you do need to explore the world outside of your home environment. But the home that you do create needs to be your safe space, your sanctuary. Do you get tired of people telling you that you're wise beyond your years? You're hella ambitious. Remember to make time for fun. You're the most creative of the bunch. Overall, Capricorn rules bones, teeth. You guys usually have the pearly whites, the beautiful smiles. You guys are traditional, family oriented, even if you had emotionally unavailable parents. There's usually a grandparent or elder that really took care of you or like loved you dearly though. In love, Capricorn men are very dedicated, not the most affectionate, but they show their love by providing. Capricorn women are known to be very, very loyal, to the point that it's hard to let go. Even if you're unhappy, you will happily settle in your comfort. But when you feel disrespected, unloved, and unsafe, you are out and you never look back. Cutoff game is real. You guys are Saturn's children. You're spiritually protected. Anyone that plays you plays themselves. And if you do anyone wrong, well, you know how karma works. Second half of your life is usually you enjoying the fruits of your hard-earned labor or suffering the consequences of your actions. And I've seen this play out, like people literally lose their whole family, go broke, have bad health, just end up alone. Saturn don't play about y'all. It gives you the hard lessons, but it gives you the biggest, greatest rewards as well. So do the right thing. You guys are children of the universe, and that means you usually lose a parent or both before your Saturn return or like in young adulthood. And that's really when you step into who you're supposed to become. And the universe always puts people that help you along the way. Like as long as you're doing the right thing, you'll be rewarded with a peaceful, abundant rest of your life. But there are no shortcuts with Capricorn energy. When a Capricorn enters your life, it means you need to take control of your destiny and stop waiting for things to be handed to you. It's important to remember that your status and your achievements don't dictate your worth. You are enough being exactly who you are, and you don't need to accomplish this or that to be worthy of love. When a Capricorn calls you a friend, just know that someone solid has your back. So reciprocate that energy because they're always giving and giving and giving. Capricorns carry a very strong, regal, classic, important, powerful energy. It's just their aura, and you either get inspired by it and get with the shits, or you get out of their way. By yours truly, a Capricorn Venus.